Okay, let's start this deep dive. We're setting the scene in Ezbet Othman, a really tight-knit neighborhood in Shibra El Khaima, Egypt. The time is April 2024.
Right. And for 7 days, there's this palpable anxiety hanging over the community. A 15-year-old boy, Ahmed Mohammed Saad, he's vanished.
It's gone. And while the official investigation is kind of slow to start, something else starts to creep in. Something physical.
Yeah, the smell, a really foul odor getting stronger and stronger.
And it's coming from one specific apartment. An apartment rented by someone the community thought they knew.
That smell. It really became the turning point, didn't it? It forced people to confront something they couldn't ignore anymore. It shattered the illusion around this neighbor.
And revealed this wasn't just a local missing person case. This was something much darker, with connections stretching unbelievably to the dark web.
Exactly. A local tragedy, yes, but with these chilling global implications, orchestrated by someone they trusted.
So our mission today is to really unpack the layers here. The deception, the manipulation, how a figure who seemed, well, respected became an anonymous killer.
It's genuinely one of the most disturbing cases to come out of the region. The psychological game played here is something else.
It really is. And you mentioned the calculation involved. Let's talk about the man at the center of this, Tariq.
Right, Tariq. He's in his late 20s. He only showed up in the neighborhood about 4 months before Ahmed disappeared.
So a relative newcomer.
Completely. No one knew his family, his history, nothing. He was basically a blank slate.
And he used that anonymity incredibly effectively.
Oh, absolutely. He understood the community, religious, close-knit, and he played right into it by faking vulnerability.
A masterclass in exploiting empathy, as you said. How did you do it?
2 key lies working together. First, he claimed he was battling severe cancer, said he was treating it himself.
Which immediately creates sympathy, explains maybe odd behavior or absences.
Precisely. And it also explained why he, supposedly an electrician, was working as a simple assistant in a local coffee shop. Financial hardship, you see.
Okay, that makes sense. And the second lie?
Piety. He presented himself as deeply religious, always ready with advice on faith, on good conduct, constantly talking the talk.
So he's the devout man suffering silently. It's a powerful image.
Incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
It deflected questions. I mean, claiming serious illness like cancer, self-treating,
Yeah.
in such a close community, that feels risky, right?
Yeah, you'd think someone might challenge that.
But the piety acted like a shield. Add the supposed financial hardship preventing proper care, and people just accepted it. Skepticism evaporated when faced with this image of a saintly, struggling man.
And this image really resonated with the local kids, especially Ahmed.
Yes, particularly Ahmed, the 15-year-old victim. He looked up to Tariq, saw him as this role model, someone overcoming terrible adversity while staying devout,
Yeah.
a hero figure almost.
And Tariq knew this. He focused on the children.
He did. He offered mentorship, advice. Focus on your studies. Stay away from bad influences. Sounds good, right? Protective.
Very much so. Fatherly, almost.
And he backed it up with little gifts. Money for Ahmed to use at the PlayStation shop, things like that. Cementing the bond.
Crucially, Ahmed would then go home and tell his family about Tariq's kindness, his advice.
Exactly. Providing Tariq with a constant stream of positive reinforcement within the family. He was using the boy's own trust to build his immunity within the community. It's chillingly smart.
Okay, but this carefully constructed image, it starts to crack, doesn't it? The financial hardship story specifically.
It does. Things begin to shift. Tariq starts taking these unexplained breaks from his coffee shop job, 2 weeks at a time.
And the excuse was?
More cancer treatment. Intensive sessions, he claimed.
But looking back, with what we know now, these weren't treatment sessions.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah.
It seems much more likely this was. Well, him proving himself. Building a portfolio, maybe. Demonstrating his capabilities to whoever was pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Wow. Okay, and then comes a really dramatic change after one of these absences.
A complete transformation.
Yeah.
He returns, but he's no longer the struggling assistant. He's got a new car, a new phone, expensive clothes.
That must have raised eyebrows. How did he explain that?
Another lie, ready to go. His wealthy brother had suddenly passed away, he said. He'd inherited a fortune.
Just like that. Convenient?
Very. And he seamlessly transitioned.
Yeah.
He went from being an employee at the coffee shop to being a generous patron, buying drinks for people, flashing the cash a bit.
And this new wealth, it didn't shatter his image.
No, strangely, it almost reinforced it. No, he was the devout, generous, wealthy man who had overcome tragedy. It gave him this final layer of perceived respectability.
Which maybe gave him the confidence or the cover he needed for the next step.
It seems that way. It insulated him from suspicion, let him operate right up until the final act.
April 15th, 2024. The day Ahmed disappears.
Yes. By 8:00 p.m. that evening, his family is frantic, searching everywhere.
And Tariq.
Tariq is right there, playing the part of the concerned neighbor, outwardly helping with the search, showing concern.
But the truth starts to emerge with surveillance footage.
Right. CCTV is crucial here. It tracks Ahmed's movements, the PlayStation shop, then meeting Tariq at the coffee shop.
Yeah, and the last sighting.
The critical footage, Ahmed walking away with Tariq, and then they both vanish from camera view. Nothing more.
So when the police inevitably talk to Tariq,
He sticks to a calculated denial. Claims he just ran into Ahmed by chance, they spoke for a moment, then he went off on an errand, said he only learned Ahmed was meeting later. A total lie.
but the police investigation, it didn't immediately focus on him.
Well, initially it's treated as a standard missing person case. There's that procedural delay, the waiting period before escalating things.
Frustrating for the family, I imagine.
Terribly. But investigators kept digging, review more CCTV, and they spot something interesting from 2 days before Ahmed disappeared.
What was that?
Tariq entering a pharmacy.
Okay. And what did he buy?
Not just aspirin. He bought an anesthetic, or some kind of narcotic substance, plus gauze and cotton.
That sounds premeditated.
It certainly looks that way.
Yeah.
Though, interestingly, when neighbors heard about this later, some initially tried to explain it away,
Wow.
connecting it back to his fake cancer. Maybe it was for his self-treatment, they suggested. They were still trying to make his story fit, still protecting that image.
Incredible, the power of that constructed persona.
But the police weren't buying it. They saw preparation. Tariq had the means to incapacitate someone.
And then a week passes since Ahmed's disappearance. 7 days.
7 days, and that smell from Tariq's apartment, it's become unbearable, overpowering.
So the neighbors, driven by this awful smell and growing dread, they decide they can't wait.
No. They enter the apartment.
And the scene they find.
It's just horrific, beyond comprehension. Ahmed's body is on the bed, brutally disfigured.
Yeah.
It had been sliced open, lengthwise. All the internal features were gone. The body was unrecognizable.
Oh my.
And nearby, a sealed black bag. Police later confirmed it contained the boy's organs.
So Tariq is arrested immediately.
Right there. And he confesses.
But his initial confession, his motive, it's another lie, isn't it?
His first story is that he did it for money. 5 million Egyptian pounds. Said it was for an organized human organ trafficking ring, with a contact based in Kuwait directing him.
Organ trafficking. It sounds like a plausible, if grim, criminal motive.
It does. And maybe it's a standard cover story they're told to use, but the forensic evidence, it completely demolishes that story instantly.
How so? What did the medical examination show?
Well, first, this was not a surgical removal of organs for transplants, not even close. The victim, Ahmed, had been tortured.
Tortured.
Yes. And the incisions. They were crude, violent, not the work of someone trying to preserve organs. There was no medical equipment found, just signs of utter brutality.
What kind of injuries are we talking about?
The neck was slit, the body cut open lengthwise, as we said, and the major organs, heart, liver, kidneys, just ripped out and put in that bag.
So not organ harvesting. What was it then?
That's when Tariq cracks again. He admits the organ story was fake. The real reason. It's somehow even more disturbing.
Go on.
He says he was directed by someone he met online. An accomplice. And get this. The accomplice is a 15-year-old Egyptian student living in Kuwait.
A 15-year-old, the same age as the victim, orchestrating this from Kuwait.
Unbelievable, isn't it? It completely reframes everything. This wasn't about the organs themselves.
So why remove them? What was the point?
The point was the performance. The spectacle. Tariq was instructed by this teenager in Kuwait to carry out the killing and the dismemberment while on a live video call.
Streaming it.
Streaming the entire horrific event moment by moment so the accomplice in Kuwait could watch it happen and record it.
Dear God, for what purpose?
This leads us directly into the darkest corners of the internet. The motive wasn't organ trafficking. It was content creation. Sickening content. We know the organ story was a lie because after Tariq did what he did, the contact in Kuwait apparently told him the organs were, quote, unsuitable.
Unsuitable. After all that.
Exactly. And then immediately tried to pressure Tariq into finding a second victim for more money. It proves the organs themselves were never the point.
The point was the act itself, the recording.
Precisely. This is the world of so-called red rooms. It's a term used on the dark web for essentially live-stream torture and murder. Pay-per-view horror monetized through anonymous channels.
So the teenager in Kuwait wasn't just an accomplice, he was a producer, a director.
Effectively, yes. Generating this horrific video content to sell online, linking directly to global organized crime models that profit from extreme violence. The violence is the product.
And Tariq's earlier behavior, those 2-week disappearances, the sudden wealth, it all clicks into place now, doesn't it?
Terribly so. He likely wasn't getting cancer treatment. He was probably auditioning, performing smaller acts, maybe on animals, maybe something else. We don't know for sure, but proving he was capable, proving he'd follow through.
Proving he was worth the £5 million contract. He didn't just get hired, he had to earn the role of murderer.
It appears that way. He vetted himself for the job.
And the dark web provides the platform for all this.
It provides the anonymity, the untraceable payment methods using cryptocurrency, and the global marketplace needed to make this industry function and generate huge sums of money.
So the investigation didn't stop with Tariq.
No, it went international very quickly. Interpol got involved. Cooperation between Egypt and Kuwait was...
And they found the teenager in Kuwait.
They did. The 15-year-old student and, interestingly, his father were both arrested.
The father was involved.
Apparently, the teenager had used his father's personal phone for some of the communication with Tariq, which implicated him. Both were extradited back to Egypt to face charges.
And this wasn't the teenager's first time orchestrating something like this.
Investigations suggest not. It seems he had coordinated similar crimes or attempted to in other countries, using the exact same horrific method. Directing someone locally to commit murder and dismemberment, recording it all, presumably for sale online.
A system. A repeatable, horrifying system.
Built on exploiting vulnerable people like Tariq, finding victims like Ahmed, and leveraging the anonymity of the dark web.
It's just the ultimate betrayal, isn't it? Ahmed trusted this man, the community trusted him, and he was just an instrument, a paid performer for this global network, profiting from death.
It really lays bare a terrifying vulnerability. How easily can these isolated, trusting communities become hunting grounds for predators operating from the darkest, hidden corners of the internet? It's a deeply unsettling question.
And the sheer coldness of the orchestrator, the 15-year-old in Kuwait. The investigation found he had even obtained photos of Ahmed with Tariq beforehand.
To confirm the target, he knew exactly who Ahmed was. He then watched him die in real time, recorded it.
And immediately pushed Tariq to find another victim, almost like it was just business.
Complete detachment.
Yeah.
Planning, execution, and then looking for the next transaction. All apparently driven by a desire for online notoriety and profit.
It leaves you with a truly chilling thought. What happens to society when our absolute worst impulses, our most depraved actions, can be professionally produced, monetized, and broadcast to an anonymous global audience?